In 2013, Chicago O'Hare Airport security found them.
I've been to this airport. Y'all. You know what I'm saying? This one's far. It's either Midway or O'Hare. This crazy.
With containers stuffed with 18 decapitated human heads. Don't worry though, this wasn't a serial killer.
Oh! What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Vince, and today we are back with another reaction. Today we're back to the worst airport security fails. Now we've all been there. We've all been in them situations where you forget you got a Capri Sun or a chocolate milk Nesquik in your bag, and then you end up getting tackled like you was a running back and a D lineman was coming your way. You know what I'm saying? You get tackled. But I don't know, man. We finna see what's going into it. Let's go. Let's happen. Let's see how these people feel.
From weapons to animals and even body parts, you wouldn't believe
animals is crazy.
Things people have tried to smuggle onto an airplane.
You might as well just pay that ticket.
The Dominican Republic tried to take advantage of American airport security agents by faking a disability, only to suffer instant karma. The 22-year-old boarded an international flight to North Carolina riding an electric wheelchair. After his wheelchair tested positive for drug residue, security rolled the man aside and discovered a staggering 23 pounds of cocaine hidden inside its cushions and frame, worth over $370,000 stateside.
No, $370,000 is a lot of money. But I bet you, as soon as they said, sir, we need to check your wheelchair real quick. But he got up and ran like full flat, like he was in there on Usain Bolt or something.
Even though the smuggler's legs actually worked, there was nowhere left to run. We've all heard outrageous legends of the Florida man, but likely none as bird-brained as this one. TSA agents in Fort Lauderdale, Florida discovered someone trying to sneak a handgun onto a flight by hiding it inside of a whole raw chicken. Of course, agents couldn't resist publicly shaming the excuse for the gun smuggler on social media, tweeting out a very punny message. Stuffing a firearm in your holiday bird for travel is just a waste of time. So don't wing it. A man was caught in Norway attempting to smuggle in 24 exotic reptiles, consisting of 14 ball pythons and 10 geckos. In his attempt to hide the animals, he stuck them into stockings and taped them all.
Is this what y'all doing, bro? Is this what y'all doing on flights? This how y'all spend your vacations, bro? This how y'all go out of town? He might as well just drove if he was gonna do that. Forget the plane. Like, bro, he got socks duct taped to his skin. Now, he knows when he trying to take the duct tape off, he gon' that's gonna hurt.
Along his body.
Look at that. Look at his
animals
socks.
crawling around under his clothing. The lumps on his body were noticed by border guards, who swiftly apprehended him. When asked why he'd attempted this illegal and very strange caper, the man simply replied, "I'm an absolute reptile nut." I guess he'd have to be a little nutty to think he could get away with it.
Yeah, he's
they
weird.
say a good hairline is worth its weight in gold. But one Indian man might have taken that saying a little too seriously. After seeing an odd shape on his skull through the x-ray, security peeled his wig back to discover a massive quantity of melted gold underneath, which he had attempted to smuggle to avoid paying import taxes. 1,000 tons of cocaine are smuggled from Colombia every year. But thanks to two harebrained women, that number was about 4 kilos short in 2022. At two different Colombian airports, sensors were set off when women with huge, puffy hairstyles passed through. In both cases, security pulled the women aside. And after a quick check of their stylish hairdos, dozens of hidden vials containing cocaine were found nested among their wild hair extensions, which added more than 4 pounds to each of their heads. When scanning a laptop at Richmond
4 pounds on your neck? Walking around like that is crazy, bro. 4 pounds?
Airport, TSA agents discovered more than just a high-end GPU inside. A would-be smuggler had artfully hidden a knife inside the computer, perfectly placed between its inner parts. Clever, but not clever enough. After the Chinese government levied a high import tax on all smartphones brought into the country, a massive tech black market was born. iPhone smugglers like this man tried to make a massive profit by taping hundreds of iPhones all over their bodies and even sewing them into their clothes. But with a belt of iPhones peeking out of this guy's pants, it wasn't hard for security to catch on to what he was doing. Another man was caught attempting the same thing. But of course, all it takes is a single step through the x-ray machine for them to get caught red-handed. Drug smugglers have got to be some of the most crafty people on the planet. One of the craziest, though, has got to be the case of this 28-year-old Canadian woman who faked being pregnant in an attempt to smuggle $60,000 worth of cocaine from Colombia back to Canada. The woman wore a fake latex pregnancy belly stuffed with drugs, but got caught after airport security asked how far along she she was. They noticed her reacting oddly to what should have been a fairly easy
She
question
sold
to answer.
that?
Police arrested the woman.
She
and while
sold
they
like that, so you telling me she would have got away with it if she would have known how many months she is? I would have said 8. I would have said a random number 7. You got me messed up. How many months I am? 5 as far as you concerned. Like, mind your business.
let her hide her face for the cameras,
My
they
wife could
made
break any
sure
moment.
to get her fake belly in full view as a sign to smugglers to get to work on their next wild scheme, because this one hadn't delivered. Sometimes it's more than just objects that security needs to look out for.
Okay.
Every year, thousands of migrants try entering Europe for a better life, and they'll try anything and everything to get past
Through
the
the
border.
mattress?
2 men were desperate enough to bury themselves inside of
can't
small
breathe.
mattresses that were strapped onto the roof of a van. At the Spain-Morocco border, guards grew suspicious of the mattresses, and after carving them open, they discovered the 2 men huddled inside. Hopefully, they were well rested for their trip back home.
That makes you wonder, like, how bad is it over there? Like that, or like why? I know, like, opportunity and stuff, that's probably the main reason, but like, how bad is it that you would stuff yourself in a mattress? You can't breathe. You in there, you know what I'm saying? On your last breath, trying to get into the U.S. or whatever, or wherever, out of your country.
You thought drugs and guns were the worst thing airport security had to deal
It's
with?
crazy.
You'd be sorely mistaken. Smugglers were caught trying to hide 750 tarantulas in gift-wrapped boxes
Got
of
me messed
oatmeal
up.
cookies.
Got me messed up.
Definitely not what you'd want to find when you reached inside for a snack.
I
Each
wish I
tarantula
would.
could have sold for up to $6,700, with the total
What?
confiscated haul worth over $350,000.
Dang, I would've
Some
bid
say
it too.
pigeons are the rats of the sky, but for one Australian man, pigeons are worth a whole lot more than rats. Officials
Okay.
in Melbourne caught a man trying to smuggle 2 pigeons inside his pants from Dubai. Now I checked, and there are in fact
Wait,
pigeons in
pigeons?
Australia. So this man surely had a very intimate relationship with these birds to try smuggling them home.
That's
the
how
way
the
he did.
magicians do it, though,
If
but
you're
they use
ever
doves.
annoyed by having to take your shoes off at the airport, you can blame people like this guy.
I hate
Security
taking my
found it
shoes
odd
off.
that despite being on a 2-day trip, the man had a large number of shoes packed away in his suitcase. The X-ray machine found an anomaly in the shoes, and after pulling back the bottoms, they discovered packages of narcotics hidden inside.
That's smart.
TSA agents in New York City found themselves in quite a nutty situation when they came across a jar of peanut butter that was setting off their sensors. After taking a closer look, they
There's a
were
gun, of
horrified
course.
to discover a passenger had tried smuggling in a disassembled pistol
nasty.
inside the jar.
Would it even
Australia is
work?
world famous for its unique.
Would it even work right? Would it even work? Like, I wish I would somebody sold me a peanut butter gun and I shot it and peanut butter came out, bro. I don't know if that's how it works, but I'd be mad.
Fascinating and often deadly wildlife. Some
Okay.
Australian animals are so sought after that they can fetch absurdly high
Little
prices
gecko?
in exotic pet black
2,000?
markets. 2 Japanese men involved in one of these animal smuggling rings were caught in an airport in Perth after their luggage started moving on its own during a security check. After x-raying their bags,
Bro.
security made a heart-wrenching discovery. Tightly packed into small boxes in the corner of a suitcase were 13 bobtail
Oh
lizards.
my, look
in
how
Hong
big
Kong,
they
where
are.
these men were headed, just one of these rare reptiles can sell for over $10,000.
Dang.
In pursuit of profits, the men had left the lizards crammed in those containers for over 8 days without food or water.
8
Thankfully,
days?
these animal abusers were arrested, and the lizards were released back into their natural habitat. Airport security agents in Baltimore were worried they had come across a Ninja Turtles luggage when x-rays revealed a sai, nunchucks, and a traditional style knife
Bro,
hidden
what
in a
the heck? He's
carry-on
a
bag.
ninja.
However, it wasn't a hero in a half shell, but just a wannabe ninja who found himself behind bars for trying to smuggle undeclared weapons.
Oh my God.
While some drugs
How old is too old to be watching cartoons like this? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a kid forever. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a child forever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never gonna be too old to turn on some SpongeBob and watch TV. But I promise you, you'll never catch me 40 years old dressing up as a Ninja Turtle.
Oh!
I don't care if it is Halloween. You got me messed up, bro. And it's not even Halloween. It's a regular Tuesday, bro. He's smiling too much.
who found himself behind bars for trying to smuggle undeclared
Yeah,
weapons.
Teenage
While
Mutant Ninja
some drug
Turtles.
smugglers' plans must work, some seem so dumb, it's almost like they're trying to get caught.
Yeah.
Like this 65-year-old Colombian
Oh,
man
yeah,
who
his
just
wig is
plopped
terrible.
a pound of cocaine onto his head and thought
Okay.
he'd be able to get it past airport security with a terribly fitted toupee and a hat. In 2005, airport security in Australia thought one woman's appearance seemed fishy. After arriving from Singapore, customs officials said her skirt made a flipping noise and discovered something unbelievable when they searched her. This woman had somehow snuck 51 live exotic fish onto a plane by putting them in water-filled bags that lined a specifically designed apron covered in pockets.
What if one of it busted?
The fish were relocated, and the woman was fined for smuggling wildlife. In 2013, Chicago O'Hare Airport security found them.
I've been to this airport. y'all. You know what I'm saying? This one's far. It's either Midway or O'Hare. This crazy.
With containers stuffed with 18 decapitated human heads. Don't worry though, this wasn't a serial killer.
Oh! Human heads? I was just boasting and being all happy about being to this airport. Nobody told me the facts. I go to this airport faithfully smiling. Yeah, we're going on vacation. 50 heads? You got me messed up, bro.
Shipping off his trophies, but rather heads used for anatomical research. The heads had been shipped to a lab in Rome originally, but on their way back, the boxes didn't have the correct paperwork, leaving the TSA agents scratching their heads. Thankfully, when the news broke, the proper recipient came forward. Though it's gotta be awkward to show up in person and ask to pick up your 18 decapitated heads.
No, yeah, that's gotta be awkward. Because you're trifling, bro. I don't care what nobody say, you're trifling. Like, that's weird. Well, he said it was for research purposes, I guess. 18 heads is crazy, though. I just ignored the story where they're talking about where the 18 heads come from because I don't care, honestly. If I come to your house and you got 18 heads in your living room or 18 toes and body parts, feet, fingers, fingernails, I don't care what you got. I'm walking out, bro. You on some weird stuff. But nah, man, I don't know, man. Y'all let me know which one y'all thought was the worst security fails. I'm gonna go with the last one, the heads. Yeah, that was weird because it's close to home, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go with that one. But y'all know, so if y'all enjoyed the video too, make sure to comment button, like button, notification button, subscribe button, all the buttons, because guess what?